The last trailer for Breath of the Wild was deemed one of the best video game trailers ever, and many of us thought, how could Nintendo think to surpass? Psych! Nintendo took that personally and said, here, watch this. This trailer was epic, and I thought, let's analyze this trailer. Oh yeah, don't hate me because this is not a super in-depth analysis, so don't raise your expectations. If something has been shown before in a previous trailer, I might not mention it or just skip over it entirely. Enough wasting your time, let's keep it short and sweet. The trailer starts just west of the Faron region. We see a lot of sky islands and nothing really super new. This next shot shows a construct fighting a small Choo-Choo, which could mean we may be seeing more monsters fighting each other across Hyrule. In the next cut, we see a ranger construct chopping down a tree, which at this point all but confirms constructs are some type of servant to the islands, as the protectors or the caretakers. Following that shot, we see Link falling down from the sky next to this large island. We see another one of those shrine-like structures. There is nothing else to note from this section other than you can see the same Nazca-type lines on the surface we have seen in other trailers and a few other reoccurring towers all lit up. Link lands somewhere just east of the Great Plateau. Next, we see Link running through a heavily modified Hateno village. There's this new type of large mushroom that appears to be growing all around. Even the villagers have taken on a new style wearing this mushroom-type hat. I'm not sure if these are new villagers or not, we'll just have to wait and see. Following the shot of Hateno, we find ourselves in the ruins of Castletown, where a few people have moved in. They have set up a small camp, and it appears they are starting the reconstruction of the former settlement. As you can see, the startings of foundations for new buildings. This has me really excited personally. Next, we get a shot of Link scaling a mountain just outside of Kakariko Village with lots of sky debris all over, and this very large circular piece of sky debris with a hole in the middle that might have some large significance to the story or a large puzzle. It even looks like the villagers have been inspecting this large debris as they have built a platform right next to it. As the trailer cuts from Kakariko, we see a shot of presumably the Typhlo ruins. This next shot is very interesting as we see what could be the Arbiter's grounds rising from the sands in the Gerudo Desert. Then we get another glimpse of Hyrule Castle with tons of sky debris falling everywhere. As the shot pans, we get a different perspective of the castle rising up. There is a scouting party or maybe an exploration party bearing witness to the wild events unfolding before their eyes. And here we have probably my favorite shot from the trailer. Also, does this not look like Demise? Come on, the long glowing red hair. You know what, this is super cool, the lighting is amazing, it's just so good. After that beautiful display, we see the same shot from previous trailers again, but this time it's different. As Zelda falls, you can see her power emanating right before it cuts to the next shot. Maybe this insinuates that that is what protects her from the fall. Now we are back at the Gerudo Desert and see large sand pits falling down below the surface. Speaking of below the surface, we see Link in this next shot running underground. Presumably, this could be below Death Mountain as you see streams of lava flowing from above. It looks like Link is running towards a structure of some kind that has minecart rails jutting out from the side. This could be a dungeon. I really hope so. Please be a dungeon. After that, we have my next favorite shot from the trailer as we see multiple flying ships in the Hebra region next to that very large storm we have seen in the previous trailers. Now we go into a series of shots that can only be described as what the hell is happening? We see Link jump into a giant sphere of water with this green orb. Huh? I don't know what is going on in this shot, but I'm super interested. Now we have Link falling down a long shaft full of lasers, and Link is wearing a wingsuit. This is so cool. And then we have Link rotating the interior of a large structure with a pedestal of trapped balls. Also, I'm pretty sure Link is inside of one of the spherical-shaped floating islands that we have seen previous. I'm pretty sure that's what this is, but... After that, we have Link paragliding in some large structure, nothing else really to note there. Then we have Link riding into battle, spinning a new type of spear. This looks like Fort Hateno, and you can see farmers and soldiers battling against some bokoblins and moblins. Also, this bokoblin, he has a nice dump truck. Following the giant dumpy, we have Link riding a small Sheikah platform up a very long tube. Nothing else really to note there other than what is going on. The next shot, we get an introduction to a new character. Maybe this is a Zonai tribe member and also could be the person that is depicted in the mural. I'm getting Made in Abyss vibes from this individual, but you know what? I don't really want to say much else. If you know, you know. This shot really has nothing new to note, just Link rearing his horse. Following that, we see a massive new construct, most likely a boss of some sort, coming out of the wall. What? Leading after that, we see Link standing inside Hyrule Castle, and it looks unfazed, like this could be a restored version of the castle, perhaps. Or maybe Link used his time reversal ability on this shot, or maybe it's a memory of some kind, who knows? This is really interesting, though. The next shot shows Zelda standing in front of a large pedestal that has two large moving cogs. And I believe we had already seen this specific scene in the previous trailer, but anyway, we finally get our first bit of story dialogue from an unknown character. Post-edit, I don't know why I forgot to mention this, but the character that is talking is more than likely the person that we see in this shot. Oh, and in the previous shot when I mentioned that they were the Zonai tribe member, I think this is also the same character. I just forgot to mention it. Presumably, we see Link grabbing the Master Sword in an unbroken state and his hand is just fine, suggesting that this takes place before Ganon's resurrection. Following that, we see a tall character standing in front of Zelda, with a very similar pattern to the person that is in the mural. They place their hand on Zelda's shoulder. Also, their hand looks just like Link's new arm, and it also has the same patterns and coloration. You know, I'm guessing that, you know, maybe this is the arm, you know, like there's some correlation here. I don't know. I'm thinking it is. Anyway, after that, we see Link perched on top of one of the flying stone bird things that we have seen in the first official trailer. Nothing really super noteworthy that we have not already seen before. This next shot might not seem very noteworthy, but it is actually very important. We see Link holding a royal claymore with a shield fused to it. This one shot just opened up even more possibilities with the new fuse mechanic. Now we see Link paragliding somewhere above Zora's domain, and we get a closer shot of that rotating sphere. Following that, we get a shot of Link somewhere near Death Mountain, battling what could be a Goron. You can also see two Gorons watching the battle from the sidelines. After that, we see Link and what appears to be Teba's son Tulin flying high up into the storm above the Hebra region. This small clip is super exciting as we might be able to finally have companions with us on our journey outside of amiibos. I love you, Wolf Link, but I really don't want to click my amiibo every time I want you in, okay? I can't believe I was right. I mentioned this in the gameplay trailer that we could possibly attach wagons to our horses. It looks like we will be escorting different inhabitants across Hyrule. This makes me even more excited than I already was. Now we see Link battling an Octorok, and he uses the time reversal ability to send the flaming rock right back at the enemy. Also, this is really easy to miss, but it looks like there is a sapphire deposit that is being mined right here. If you were like me in this shot, this was a big huh? Link attached a rocket to a shield and is now flying? Huh? Like what? I can assume this will also be a vehicle item you can attach to your creations. This trailer is dropping bombshells left and right, and I'm wondering how game-breaking all these creations will be. Following that what the fuck moment, we get another one with Link jumping across floating stones that appear to affect gravity. Also note this electric type enemy blob kind of resembling a choo-choo floating around the island down here. I'm not sure what this is, but it is very interesting. It also kind of looks very similar to that water blob we see, but I don't know, it's weird. In this next shot, we see Link in a minecart thrusted forward by one of the new propellers. He's in the middle of battle fighting a construct that appears to have a new type of horn on its head. Now we have tower battles in a Zelda game. The goofiness of this is so good, I can't... Oh my god, I can't wait to make my own battle machine. We also see a new weapon finger-looking thing attached to Link's stone tower. What the hell is going on? This is a what the hell moment. I can't help but laugh in enjoyment at this. I am so ready for this game. The community is going to go wild with this. After that insanity, it just keeps going. Following that, we see Link on horseback in a new armor set and with a new fuse type arrow that appears to be maybe flame or bomb related. Also, the horse is wearing its own armor, which looks super sick. I'm really excited for that too. I'm wondering if we can go around and look for horse armor or whatever. And the insanity continues because after that shot, Link is shooting at this construct trap with lasers that are going to just like absolutely obliterate this enemy camp. What the hell? It just keeps going. Post edit, I also noticed this Bokoblin carrying around some type of gem in its backpack, similar to the trailer we got back in February. Continuing the insanity, we see Link and Tulin fighting a gigantic ice dragon. The enemy variety in this game is going to be so insane. Following that insanity, we finally get a semi-normal shot of Zelda holding what could be a tear and the Master Sword laying in front of her. Maybe Zelda is the one who repairs the Master Sword for Link. Next, we get a shot of Malice firing high into the sky and enemies spawning in. Also, these new Lionel type enemies are super scary looking with their large horns. I can't wait to see what those horns will make for weapons. Also, we finally get a good shot of the Malice eating away at Link and the Master Sword. There's nothing else really to note from the shot other than, yay, we finally got it, let's go. We also get our first look at Ganon in his revival form, looking super badass, and I love it. After that, we get a new enemy type, and it appears to be made from like this black goop and is just crazy looking. I can't. We get another shot of Tulin and Link flying into a battle, presumably, nothing else noteworthy. We see a quick glimpse of a new character bearing some type of power, and appears to be wearing a tear around their neck, which is glowing. I don't want to say too much for reasons, if you know, you know. Then we are shown this large beam of light that looks very similar to that of what the Divine Beast light beams looked like. And, you know, it might actually be some form of sacred light that is dealing a devastating blow to the onslaught of Molduga that are racing towards Hyrule. After that, we get a shot of Riju using Urbosa's lightning ability. This is really cool. And I can't help but laugh at this next shot because of Bucket Man. He looks so good. Oh my god, I love it. Nothing else is super noteworthy other than Link is holding a new sword and chilling with a diverse group of individuals. This next shot is very interesting and might confirm that we can in fact have companions, as we see Link and Sidon battling out another new type of construct. The weapon variety, like I said before, is just going to be insane. If you look at him, he's got like this weird shield thing, and if you look at the other construct in the back, he's got something else entirely on his head. Also, this Sky Island structure they are standing on looks really cool. Following that shot, we get a close-up shot of Link, and then we see Riju, Sidon, and Tulin running together, presumably into battle. Something very noteworthy I wanted to point out is it appears Sidon and Tulin have tears of their own that they are carrying. Riju might also have one, but it is hard to tell with this quick shot. Also, it looks like Sidon is wearing his father's crown, suggesting the Zora King may be gone, or he had somehow passed it down onto Sidon for whatever reason. Next, we see Link running towards the new dragon-type enemy, presumably Tears of the Kingdom's version of Gleeok. The dragon has 3 eyes that resemble the Malice eyes we have seen in Breath of the Wild. I honestly can't wait to fight this dragon. It looks like it will be an absolute intense battle. After that, we see Zelda holding the Master Sword, and it cuts to the game logo and we see more of the mural. Then we get the final shot of the trailer. We see Zelda looking out from the large pedestal. And with that, that is the end of my analysis. I tried to keep it short and as sweet as possible. I hope you all enjoyed it. Also, why not come join the Discord server and follow me on Twitter? Link will be down in the description. As always, I'm TJ and I'll be seeing ya. Dump truck.